Can I build an app inside my assembly client portal without knowing any line of code and having never built an app before? Today, we're going to find out. Assembly have just launched Assembly Studio, a new feature that allows us to build apps with AI directly inside our client portals. Now, I've been an Assembly brand partner for around 18 months. I love this tool. I use it with all of my clients, but there's always been one feature missing for me: a proposals app. I have created a workaround for this that I've shared in previous videos where I basically set up my proposals in Notion and then I connect them to Assembly with Zapier. This is a good workaround, it works just fine, but I've always had the desire for my entire client experience to live in one place, specifically my Assembly client portal. So today I'm very much hoping is the day that I make that wish list item come true. We're going to open up Assembly Studio and see if we can build out this proposals app from scratch. I wanted to invite you along on this journey because you too might have a great idea for an app you want to integrate into your client portal. This is your opportunity to grab your favorite drink, join me, and let's figure out how this app building process works. If you sign up for Assembly as a new user trying out Studio, the first thing you'll see is the place to add an app. Now, for existing Assembly users like me, we're going to use this approach. I've just clicked on Add App in the App section of my sidebar. When we click in here, we'll see the option to create a new app at the top here, as well as embed any existing apps. We're able to browse all apps and see some starting templates in here as well. If we take a look at my sidebar, we'll already see some of these apps installed, such as contracts, secure file sharing, we've got payments in here. And what's cool about building in Assembly is it hooks into everything this platform runs on. So I'm looking at my CRM here. It's connecting to my companies and my contacts. It understands my brand. And I don't need to worry about setting up all the permissions. That's already connected. Now, when I'm thinking about prompting this proposals app, I'm not trying to make something generic. I want something very customized to my offers and my way of working. I want it to be efficient for not only the client, but myself on the back end as well. So to do that, I'm going to be as specific as I can with this prompt. I do have my Notion proposal open here because I'm going to use that to guide this prompt. Now, I find it easier to talk rather than type, so I'm going to use a tool called Whisperflow. Basically, it lets me hit a keyboard shortcut and speak my prompt into the box rather than have to type it out. If you're interested, I will include a link to that below. So let's try this out. I want to build a proposals app that has two sides to it: the internal side for me and my team members, and the external side for my client. On the internal side, I want to be able to create proposal templates built around my offers. Right now I have 3 offers: a workspace audit, a workspace build, and workflow implementation. There should be the ability to add new templates or customize existing templates. Typically, I have 1 service per proposal, but I would like the ability to include add-ons such as an additional workflow or data migration. Some content is going to be identical on every proposal: the welcome message, roles and responsibilities, communication, payment terms, and next steps. However, each service will have its own project scope that has what's included, what's not included, and its own process steps. This should all live inside the customizable template. The pricing, timeline, start date, and time commitment will change with every client, so those need to stay as editable fields. The proposal will move through a pipeline from draft, ready to send, sent, and then accepted or rejected, with the sent date and the decision date tracked automatically. I want the proposal layout to include the following sections: a short welcome message at the top, the project scope overview with what's included and what's not included, my process, the timeline, roles and responsibilities, communication, investment and payment terms, and next steps. On the client side, when I send a proposal, the lead should get an email and a notification in their client portal. They can read the proposal and either accept and sign it or decline it. If they decline it, ask them to choose a reason. The options will be budget, not the right time, chose a competitor, not a good fit, or other. In every instance, ask them to rate the proposal experience out of 5 stars and give them the option to leave any additional comments. Once signed, they can download a copy for their records. When a proposal is signed or declined, I want to notify me or my team, and I would really love a simple reporting view on the internal side displaying proposals sent per month and per year, my close rate, the breakdown of decision reasons, and the average experience rating. Okay, so that's now in. It was a long prompt, but I feel like the more specific you are with your inputs, the more likely you are to get your desired outputs. So I'm going to go ahead and change the model. I think I'm going to do Opus 5 medium. I don't want to do high because I want to see what it's capable of at a lower model, but I still think this is quite complex. So I'm going to go with Opus 5 medium. And we're just going to send this off and see what it comes up with. You can see it on the sidebar. That's cool. It's operating quite quickly. Oh, I like this. So we have some questions to answer before continuing. Should proposals be scoped to individual contacts or shared across a company? Let's do company level. And then how should signing work? Let's do acceptance only because I do have a contract that they sign after. So let's just do acceptance. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit now and see what happens. I do like that it interviews you almost like a product lead would instead of just going off and building the app. Okay, that was very quick. Let's see what it came up with. Client-facing proposal app for business apps. Let's users manage company level template, core flows. From everything I'm seeing is exactly right. It's exactly what I asked for. And then the notification section is important. So notification when the proposal is sent, when the related in product close, when it's accepted or rejected. Great. So this all looks great. I did take the time to prompt it quite extensively. If there was anything I wasn't sure of or I'd change, I would just go ahead and type back and forth until we got it right. But I'm happy to go ahead and hit approve on this first round and see what it comes up with. Okay, so it's already started building. I like that you can see all the thoughts on the side here. Now it does say most initial builds take 10 to 30 minutes, so I will hit pause and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so I just spent about an hour going back and forth with AI, chatting with it, and at first it was very much functional. What I ended up doing was uploading my proposal from Notion. So I did a screen capture of that just to give an idea of what the layout was. And then I asked it to adjust some of the layout because I wanted this proposal and manage templates to be at the top. And then the search companies and offers and dates, which all now work. I can also clear the filters. I also asked for the visual pipeline to be in there. It did tell me that the pipeline would have been added once I added a proposal, but I'd like to see it at all times, so I added it in there. Right at the end there, I asked it to color code it to make it a bit more visual. And then the reporting section, I adjusted slightly to open proposals, revenue closed, stars, and then we've got charts for proposals sent, and it's grouped by outcome. And then we also have a chart for proposals declined and the reasons for that. So this is looking a lot more like how I want it to be. It didn't take a lot of work. I just spoke back and forth and shared any changes I wanted to make. And some of this wasn't in the original scope. It's just as it started building it, I was like, you know what? I'd like to move things around here. So it ended up working out well. If we go to manage templates, we can see I've got my offers at the top here and I can customize any of these. I can also add a new offer. To customize, I just click in and I've got the name, what kind, so I can choose if it's an offer or an add-on, a summary of the scope, what's not included, the process steps, default price, and I can override this, default timeline, and default time commitment. So I would fill that in for each of my offers. I've got my add-ons, they work very similarly. And then underneath that, we have my shared sections, which stay the same regardless of what the proposal is. So I can click in here and I can customize this and save the section. That's all looking great. I'm very excited to test this out now and see how it works in action. Okay, so it's now time to test. So I'm going to start by clicking on New Proposal. We're going to select a company, choose an offer. I'm going to add our add-on here just to test it out. We have our proposal title here. I could switch this out if I needed to. It's fine. Create proposal. I like that it's telling me the sections that are not written. So let's go in and do that. I'm just going to click on edit. And this is just an overview. I just forgot to fill this in. So I'm just going to use Whisperflow to add that in. Click done. And I see that opened up some buttons at the bottom. Let's do it for process now. Okay, so got timeline, start date, done. I think that's everything. I'm going to save my changes. Make sure I've got everything set up. And then I didn't really have to customize much because it's pulled in the information. If I wanted to, I could change the pricing. So let's say that this is a bigger build and data migration is maybe higher in price. So I'll hit done, save changes. But what's nice is because I've got the template in there, it's pretty much built for me. I'm just changing a few little things. And then I can go ahead and either mark ready to send or send proposal. I'm just going to go ahead and send proposal to see what that looks like. I like that we get the confirmation. See what happens. Amazing. So this has been sent. If we go back to our pipeline, I can see that that is in there. And if I go on contact view and I view as my client, I can see that proposal in there. If I click on this, I get to see it. It's quite neat. I like how it's written out. It's very clean and organized, simple, accept or decline. Amazing. I'm so happy with that. I am very excited to launch this because I do intend to use it in my portal. So I'm going to hit publish in the top right corner. And here is where we can adjust our permission settings. Right at the beginning, I mentioned that one of the benefits of building an app with Assembly is that it's got all the infrastructure in there and built-in permissions. So all I need to do is click on edit here. I can adjust the icon. I'm just going to do simple circle here. I can change the name, and under visibility, I can customize the visibility of this app. So if I click on this now, I can set conditions. So I might want to say when status includes lead. And that way, only leads are going to see this in their portal. Hit publish. It is now preparing our app for launch. Oh my goodness, our app is live. Okay, I'm excited to check this out. If I switch to live, we are now in live mode and I can switch to builder. Cool. Nice. This is so much neater when you see it like this. Oh my goodness, I love this. I can just move it around. Amazing. So let's see what this looks like from the client's perspective. I'm just going to send this example as it is. I haven't changed anything. Amazing. So we're seeing proposals in our sidebar. We've got the notification. I'm going to click onto this. I see my proposal. Let me click on this. Love, very easy to use. Let me accept this one. Proposal. So we're gathering that feedback and I now have the ability to download a copy. Nice. And I can see that that's instantly accepted. I've got the sent date and the accepted date. And I also got a notification with that information. If I go back to my proposals app, I can see that it's updated my report section as well. I love this. I'm so happy. This is a functioning app in my client portal, giving me all the information I need in one place. I have to say, I'm amazed by how easy that was. Watching people build AI apps over the last year has filled me with a little bit of anxiety and dread. It's one of those skills where I feel like I need to know it, but every time I've looked into it, I hit a little bit of a wall. And it was less to do with the actual building of the app, more so everything that happens after deployment. The permissions, the security, all that invisible infrastructure. I don't really know how that works, but it's all critical to my client's experience. I don't know about you, but I'm really uncomfortable sharing an app with a client if I'm not certain that it's secure and that it's going to work properly. That's what I love so much about this setup. I get the confidence of having Assembly's infrastructure managing it all underneath, the support of their team, and still have that freedom to create from my imagination something that is so specific to me, my needs, my business, my clients, their needs. And none of it's fixed. As my business changes and evolves, I can keep making adjustments, and all without knowing any code at all. I mean, I'm already looking at my sidebar here thinking, what else could I create? Right now, I have my testimonials embedded in here. Maybe I could build my own testimonials app and save myself the $300 a year I'm currently paying. Maybe I create a video library for my clients where I can store all of their trainings in there. I could create a quote calculator to give leads an idea on price before we ever get on a call. Or I could even create a quiz that either helps leads identify which service is right for them, or one that helps me identify where a lead is at and how I can best support them. I mean, the opportunities are endless. If you're as excited as I am about this new feature and you want to check out Assembly Studio for yourself, I'll include a link in the description below. There is a free trial, and once you're ready, you can use the code Chloe to access $100 off of your purchase. Now I want to hear from you, specifically what app you're thinking about building and integrating into your client portal. Leave a comment below and I'll meet you there. Before I close this out, thank you to Assembly for sponsoring today's video, for launching Assembly Studio, and for empowering us to build out our client portals to our own specification while still ensuring all of the security and core infrastructure is handled. I hope you love this feature as much as I do. Until next time, have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world.